maritime. These stories plus more are all a part of News Hour Tonight. Stay with us as always if you can. Those were the headlines and for the full newscast. To begin News Hour Tonight, the world's largest civilian hospital ship, Global Mercy, is back in Sierra Leone for the third consecutive year. Since 2023, the ship has brought hope and healing through thousands of life-changing surgeries, free of cost, to some of the country's most vulnerable people. Our reporter, Sierra Leone, was at the opening ceremony and now brings you this report to start our coverage.
For David, an 80-year-old boy from Sierra Leone, life used to be filled with frustration. A serious condition in his hand left him unable to write or even play with friends. His schoolwork suffered and his future seemed uncertain. But aboard the Global Mercy, David underwent delicate surgery that restored his hand. Today, he's back in school, confidently holding a pen and answering questions in class. His teacher describes the transformation as a miracle of hope, saying David now participates like every other child. The Global Mercy is more than a ship. It is a lifeline. Equipped with advanced medical technology, it delivers world-class surgeries free of charge, from tumor removals and reconstructive operations to cleft lip repair, cataract treatment, and obstetric fistula surgery. Since its first arrival, more than 3,000 Sierra Leoneans have received such life-changing care. Speaking at the ceremony, Country Director Dr. Sandra Lacko expressed gratitude for Sierra Leone's partnership and emphasized how every surgery tells a story of restored dignity, renewed hope, and second chances.
To all of our partners, we want to thank you for walking this journey with us. To give you an idea of the breadth of our mission, let me highlight key areas of partnership: water supply, the birth space, internet access, banking, customs, immigrations, waste management, security, pharmaceutical importation, lab support, airport coordination, supplies, licensing of healthcare professionals, vehicle registration, programmatic partnerships, and so much more.
Mercy ships do more than healing today's patients. They also invest in tomorrow's health workers. Through specialized training programs, young Sierra Leonean medical professionals like Usman Mustafa Samawo, a nurse anesthesia intern, and Abdul Karim Toure, a dentistry student, are gaining skills to serve their communities for years to come.
I choose to specialize in anesthesia because safe surgery depends on safe anesthesia. And in Sierra Leone, there are very few trained and qualified anesthesia providers. It limits access to safe surgical care. I want to fill in that gap and make sure pregnant women during childbirth, children with surgical conditions, accident victims, etc. can undergo surgery peacefully and safely with dignity.
We hope to come back, me and my fellow colleagues back in Guinea, to come and give back.
The Acting Minister of Health, Dr. Charles Sanesi, praised the partnership, delivering the keynote, Vice President Dr. Mohamed Julde Jallo described the work of Mercy Ships as fully aligned with government's vision to transform healthcare delivery in Sierra Leone.
We know you will want to go back home, but I want you to know that this is your home. This ship is now a glaring feature of this port. You see, my able minister captured very well how you work in terms of care, in terms of building human resources, in terms of filling the gap of the surgical gaps, fits into government vision for healthcare delivery in this country. And that it fits very well into the big 5 game changers. That is, since we came in as a government in 2018, budget allocated to the health ministry was about 6%. We have progressively increased that up to 2022-2023 to 11%.
The event concluded with a guided tour of the ship's state-of-the-art facilities, leaving visitors in awe of what is often called a hospital of hope on water. For thousands across Sierra Leone and Africa, the Global Mercy is more than a hospital on water. It is a vessel of second chances, carrying healing, hope, and the promise of brighter tomorrow. Its mission in Sierra Leone and across Africa is a reminder that health care is not a privilege but a right that every human deserves. SLBC News, Cecilia Alice Cisse.
And now in court, popular businessman Mawan Malado has appeared before Magistrate Prema Ja of Parliament Court number 1 to respond to allegations of cyberbullying contrary to the Cybersecurity and Crimes Act of 2021. Yes, our court reporter Mohamed Kouma with details.
A renowned businessman, Marwan Malado, appeared before Magistrate Mustafa Brema Ja at the Pademba Road Magistrate Court number 1 in connection to an alleged cyberbullying offense brought under the Cybersecurity and Crimes Act of 2021. During the proceedings, lead defense counsel C.I. Williams raised a preliminary objection, arguing that the matter should not proceed. He cited Section 44(3)(a) and (c) of the Act, stating that a prior complaint on the same issue had already been made to the police by the accused in 2024. He claimed the complainant, Brigadier General Albert Sylvester Bokari, failed to cooperate with the investigation. The defense counsel submitted that allowing the case to move forward would offend the conscience of justice, referencing a 2017 Supreme Court case, the State versus Abraham Lavalley and 9 others, as a key authority to support his submission. He requested that the matter should not proceed until the complainant complies with the initial police investigation, stating that otherwise it would be against the interest of the public. In response, Prosecutor Daniel Kouma held a contrary view. He strongly objected, describing the referenced Supreme Court case as epileptic and irrelevant. He argued that the defense failed to provide evidence to support his claims and that the current matter strictly relates to cyberbullying, not false pretenses. Kouma emphasized that the complaint had been properly brought before the court under the instructions from the Director of Public Prosecutions. Having heard the defense's submission and the prosecution's objection, Magistrate Brema Ja was satisfied that the matter before the court relates to cyberbullying. He added that if the defense has further objections, he should raise it during the trial proceedings. I therefore order the court registrar to put the charge before the accused, the magistrate ruled. However, because the prosecuting team attempted to amend the charges in court, the magistrate refused to accept, stating that they should have made the necessary amendment before appearing in court, being that they had enough time to do so. The magistrate therefore grant bail to the accused Marwan Malado and adjourned the matter to Monday, 1st September 2025. For SLBC, Mohamed Kouma reporting.
Both riders at the Kissi Ferry Terminal are raising concerns over the daily challenges they face in carrying out their work, from high operational costs to poor safety conditions. Many say their livelihoods are under serious constraint. Our reporter Kaida Tutuye visited the terminal to assess the situation. And she now reports.
Behind the hustle and bustle lies a struggle. Both riders say they face mounting challenges ranging from poor business and a lack of safety equipment to inadequate docking facilities. Mohamed Gatewa, Public Relations Officer of the Sierra Leone United Boat Owners Association at Kissi Terminal, explained that business has been particularly poor this raining season. He said when it rains, passengers are only covered with tarpaulin, while boat captains are left to soak in the downpour.
I mean a lot.
Business is very slow this raining season, and when it rains, passengers are only covered with tarpaulin, while boat captains are left to soak in the downpour, and this is very challenging for us.
According to Usman Samora, a boat rider, they are constrained by the lack of rescue boats and reliable engines. He pleaded with the government and maritime authorities to provide them with engines to support rescue operations in emergencies.
We don't have any emergency equipment. Sometimes when the boat goes missing, we go the extra mile to find it. We are calling on the government to improve docking facilities and regulate operations to ease congestion at the terminal.
Passengers too have their fair share of difficulties. Abdul Kabir, one of the commuters, acknowledged the challenges, noting that many times they arrive home with wet clothes and sometimes boats break down in the middle of the sea. For now, they continue to navigate rough waters not just at sea, but also in their livelihoods. Their hope is that authorities will intervene to address these concerns, ensuring safety and sustainability in this crucial transport sector.
Now, still at Kissi, for years now, passengers traveling between the Kissi Ferry Terminal at Stagreen in Lumley have been raising serious concerns about the poor state of life jackets provided on boats. Many even refuse to wear them, citing hygiene and discomfort. In recent move, however, the Sierra Leone Maritime Administration has distributed brand new safety gears for ferry operators and riverine communities. Our reporter Esther Sako visited the terminal to find out what difference this has brought.
Safety gear, commonly called life jackets, are not just an option, but a necessity for people crossing the water between Kissi Terminal and Tagrin Lunge. For years, these jackets were in such bad state, many passengers chose not to wear them, risking their safety every day. But now, things are changing. A month ago, the Sierra Leone Maritime Administration distributed new life jackets to boat owners operating at the Kissi Terminal and Tagrin and other coastal communities. For many, it's a much needed relief.
The jackets check, then users end up was not safe because the hicks in the eye because of water with the almost.
The life jackets we used before were in a bad state, and we were afraid to wear them. But now we feel safe. These ones are clean, and I don't mind wearing them at all. It's a big improvement.
But with this new jacket, because the jacket in the base and then the zipper, so you're safe.
Mohamed Gatawa, who is a boat owner and also the public relations officer for the Sierra Leone United Boat Owners Association, said the new jackets given to them is timely as it has helped their businesses.
The moment you get a very new jacket, new brand one, it adds a lot of values to the business.
Before, passengers used to complain a lot about the jackets.
That was very good.
Some even refused to board. But now, the new jackets have brought value to our business. People feel safer, and we don't get the same complaints anymore.
Did as the other reach, it not even take 1 week. The able manager will get 200.
Operators say passengers now have fewer reservations when told to wear the jackets. Clean, well kept and comfortable, these jackets have made compliance and enforcement much easier.
In the past, people didn't want to wear the former life jackets we used to give them. They said they were dirty or would stain their clothes. Now, because they are new, they don't argue. We even keep these new jackets in bags to make sure they stay clean.
Abdullah Kamara, another passenger, expressed excitement for the jackets but urged passengers to take good care of them whilst using them so as to ensure their safety.
For this, a better thing for we and for we life, and the government itself for let this thing to go before and follow back the government.
We're happy with the new jackets, but people should take care of them so that they don't get damaged again so quickly. We now feel safe using them.
So like, nobody patients, how they agree and nobody take care of them. Yes, nobody make sure see how they agree and we return them back to them.
While the new jackets are a step forward, some are calling for regular replacement and timely distribution to maintain safety standards. After speaking with passengers and boat operators that fly from Freetown to Lumley, this new life jacket is a step in the right direction as it helps to ensure safety. But safety while flying on waters has to do with good maintenance and enforcement of the law. But the call right now is clear that they feel safer while flying the route on waters to go about their normal businesses. For Slbc News, I am Esther Sako reporting.
This is news originally live from the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation television on channel 31. We continue to more stories and away from concerns by seafarers now to efforts to boost agriculture and to conserve wildlife in the country. The Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security under the Food Systems Resilience Program or FSRP and partners have launched a $75 million United States dollars special agro-processing zone project aimed at increasing rice production and productivity across the country. The project, which was funded by the African Development Bank, is being implemented in Potsloco and Cambia districts, which are often referred to as the rice baskets of the country. Christina Kama was there.
As part of the preparation phase, the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security and the Environmental Protection Agency had recently held stakeholder engagement in Potsloco and Cambia districts. The discussions were focused on environmental concerns related to the project, with community members, farmers, and local authorities sharing their views and recommendations. According to officials, the feedback from those engagements will form an important part of the criteria needed for the EPA to grant an environmental license, a key step before the project officially begins. The representatives from Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security emphasized that the Special Agro-Processing Zone project will not only boost local rice production, but it will create value chains, jobs, and better livelihoods for farming communities. They added that sustainable farming practices and environmental protection would remain central to the implementation process. Community stakeholders welcomed the project, noting that rice production in Sierra Leone faces challenges such as low yields, post-harvest losses, and limited access to modern processing facilities. They expressed hope that a special agro-processing zone project will help address those issues and reduce the country's heavy reliance on rice imports. With agriculture being the backbone of Sierra Leone's economy, the government sees the project as part of broader efforts to achieve food security, create employment, and strengthen rural economies. Slbc News are in Freetown. Christina Kamara reporting.
Now, the United Nations Development Programme has unveiled an innovative initiative named Canopy Walk at Takugama Chimpanzee Sanctuary. The move, according to the UNDP, was a significant step towards promoting ecotourism and enhancing biodiversity conservation in the country. Abdul Masai has the story.
Witnessed by several stakeholders drawn from tourism, environment, conservationists, and community members, Canopy Walk initiative was part of a broader strategy to promote sustainable development, leveraging the country's rich natural resources while prioritizing environmental protection. The Canopy Walkways, or Canopy Walk, is a walkway constituted of bridges between trees and the canopy of a forest, mostly linked up with platforms inside or around the trees. According to the UNDP resident representative, Frederick Ampere, the proposed Canopy Walkway at Takugama Chimpanzee Sanctuary will be one of the first of its kind in West Africa. Upon completion, Frederick Ampere said the walkways will create jobs and attract both local and international tourists.
Sierra Leone is one of the most scenic countries in West Africa, and this represents that opportunity for us to attract foreign direct investment, to attract tourism to this country, but more importantly also to add and generate resources for the protection of wildlife, biodiversity, and our forest reserves.
Minister of Environment and Climate Change, Jiwo Emmanuel Abdullahi, welcomed the initiative and encouraged everyone to protect the area.
Something like this is not available everywhere else in the world. It is a very valuable asset that we did nothing to create. And I think it's very important that we maintain it, that we protect it so we can pass it on to future generations.
According to the Deputy Minister of Tourism, Khadijatu Grace Kamara, the Canopy Walk was more than just a tourist attraction. It was a symbol of their dedication to preserving their natural heritage while providing opportunities for their people.
It's not just the turning of the soil, this is the turning of a new page for our communities, our wildlife, and the future. The Takugama walkway represents the bold step towards our commitment to showcasing the very best of Sierra Leone. It is a testament of our desire to blend conservation with tourism, education with experience, and nature with nurture.
The headman of Bathurst Village, Theophilus Johnson, expressed their enthusiasm for the project, recognizing its potential to boost the economy and protect environmental stewardship. As construction begins on the Canopy Walk, the UNDP and its partners have pledged commitment to work closely with the local communities and ensure that the project aligns with their needs and aspirations. Slbc News, Abdul Mansari reporting.
Now with more human interest stories, we begin in the east end of Freetown. The decision in January to divert other commercial vehicles to the old road, which spans from City Road through Kissy Pass Road, Blackhall Road to Upcon, was aimed to create a room for the worker-fine buses and private vehicles on the New Bible Road axis. This arrangement, however, has led to worsening traffic congestion on the old road direction. The narrow route has also been hit by potholes, damaged bridges, and halfway pavements. Members of the public have expressed their dissatisfaction over the condition of the road, particularly during rush hours. Our intern reporter Joseph Bobo Sumaila filing this report, which was read in our studio.
This is the Overside Bridge at Locust Market, a damaged bridge which has been abandoned for about a month now. It links the old road to the central business district. Sadly, the present status of the bridge has led to traffic congestion at the old road, utilized by commercial vehicle, kekes and bike. A bike rider, Joseph Munda, complained that the damaged bridge at Locust Market is affecting them seriously.
The road is bad, the road is so bad, and then the traffic issue. The traffic is a serious one.
We plied on the road almost every day, and it has been a month since we last saw any work ongoing at the bridge, and as a result, we get stuck in traffic. This is seriously affecting our income as riders.
So challenges what they facing right now, the traffic issue right now also.
Coupled with the abandoned bridge is the deteriorating condition of the road that has been marred by potholes. The road ridden by potholes has made traveling from the far east of the capital to the central business district now a burden, but not only passengers but also the riders and drivers.
This for the traffic, like they get transport quick, but the traffic don't make it.
We are hit by the traffic congestion, and the situation has slowed down our movement from home to work. Also, before now, we used to have quick access to vehicle, but now that is no longer happening.
As things stand, the passengers, commuters, riders and drivers are pleading to the government to intervene.
Still on disturbances impeding normal flow of traffic now to the west end of Freetown. A dumper truck carrying sand has somersaulted along the Kenema Road Lodge intersection on Wednesday morning. The incident which took place in the morning hours caused serious disruption to the normal flow of traffic, but no life was lost. Eyewitness accounts spoke of brake failure leading to the accident. Our intern reporter, Sierra was at the scene and compiled this report read in the studio by Esther Susanette Barsi.
Dumper trucks, which are most times in poor condition using main roads, are increasingly becoming a concern for the public. The accident involving a dumper truck carrying sand left many in shock as they were trying to escape the danger. The truck was seen lying on its side with 4 of its back tires removed before finally rolling over to the other side of the road. According to an eyewitness, who is also a bike monitoring officer, Patrick Beckley, the incident occurred around 9:30 to 10 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday. The traffic light had already shown green when the truck, heavily loaded with sand, sped down Kenema Road axis on high speed. The driver was said to have lost control of the vehicle in the process. The truck later raced up the slabs along the roundabout.
No one was damaged and the driver seemed to be highly experienced in driving.
Like other countries, Patrick said there should be separate routes for these heavy-duty trucks in Sierra Leone to prevent them from using the main road, which is always busy with other vehicles and pedestrians.
There are no roads for these heavy-duty trucks to use, and so they can only use this road.
The bike monitoring officer said he and others were extremely lucky to be still alive after the incident. He praised the driver for being careful and courageous in leading to the crash. Passers-by also praised the bravery of the driver for mitigating the damage. They also lauded the authorities for the installation of the traffic lights that have contributed to minimizing the causes of accidents at intersections.
This is news reaching live on the Slbc. And now, as a way of enhancing trade facilitation and regional integration, the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, with support from German Agency for International Cooperation or GIZ, has commenced a 3-day national training of trainers workshop. The program held at the Atlantic Hotel in Aberdeen Road aims to equip NRA custom officers with comprehensive knowledge on the rules of origin under the African Continental Free Trade Area. Jonathan to attest us more.
The training aimed at empowering custom officials to effectively implement and enforce the rules, ensuring the seamless movement of goods across borders within Africa. The rules of origin are a critical aspect of the African Continental Free Trade Area. determine the criteria under which goods are considered originating from member countries. Proper implementation of these rules ensures that the benefits of tariff reductions are granted only to goods that meet the required standards, thereby combating trade fraud and protecting local industries.
Rules of origin ensure fair and transparent trade by preventing transshipment and misuse of preferences. For businesses, they provide predictability and open new markets across the continent. And for Africa as a whole, they are an engine for industrialization, competitiveness, and value addition within the continent.
Identifies the free movement of persons and goods as one of its 4 pillars, alongside the promotion and strengthening of intra-community trade.
Various institutional representatives emphasize the importance of empowering custom officers with the necessary tools and expertise to operationalize the AfTA effectively.
The representatives of the public sector, you, are the ones who are strengthened by whatever is done around the implementation of the African Comprehensive Free Trade Area, including, of course, trainings that take place, but also the knowledge that you acquire, the knowledge that you can transport, the knowledge that comes across borders to Sierra Leone from other parts of Africa.
The European Union strongly believes that customs administrations play a central role. You play a central role in applying and interpreting trade rules. The success of the African Continental Free Trade Area depends greatly on the knowledge and capacity of customs authorities.
At the end of the training, the participants will be equipped to serve as trainers, cascading their acquired expertise to their colleagues across the country.
This training of trainer program will ensure continuous capacity building of our staff in rules of origin of goods and customs, specifically where staff rotation is done on periodic basis. There will be no longer hesitation to rotate staff due to capacity issues. There will always be readily available resources to train new staff as and when required.
The AfTA, which came into effect in January 2021, represents one of the largest free trade areas in the world, covering 54 out of the 55 African Union member states. It aims to create a single market over 1.3 billion people with a combined GDP of $3.4 trillion, fostering economic growth, job creation, and sustainable development across the continent. For SLBC News, Jonathan Turner reporting.
And our Share Empowerment League, with support from Save the Children and other partners, have held a transformative retreat at the New Buffet Hotel in Freetown on the theme Shaping Power, Building Voices and Leading Change. The event brought together young women and girls from diverse backgrounds to engage in discussions centered on leadership and advocacy, among others. Esther Nenekama reports.
We are girls, we are not wives. We are girls, we are not mothers. Dear parents, respect our right to education. We are girls, we are not wives.
With the goal of inspiring a new generation of women leaders, the Share Empowerment League and partners have convened a feminist forge retreat at the New Buffet Hotel in Freetown. The 3-day immersive retreat was organized to create a safe and empowering space where participants will explore critical topics around leadership, advocacy, and the role of women in shaping social and political change. The highlight of the retreat was the feminist circle conversations, where participants openly shared experiences of challenges and triumphs, as well as wellness and mindfulness sessions that emphasize the importance of self-care in leadership. Founder of the Share Empowerment League, Adama Findabowie, said, "The retreat is a milestone to foster solidarity among young women, promote confidence, and encourage collective action towards gender equality.
We've noticed there is a growing misconceptions about feminism, and what we are fighting for as a feminist organization is about equality. So we have these misconceptions in different communities, in gatherings, that we feel like some people or some young people are even shying away from calling themselves a feminist.
Director of Programs and Operations, Save the Children, Modupe Taiwo, said the organization is working tirelessly to promote policies investment that ensure quality health service, including sexual and reproductive health services to children. She also pledged their commitment to support She Empowerment League and empower the next generation.
The young have seen the low confidence that many girls display in terms of being able to access that services themselves. And many of these are as a result of, one, the attitude of service providers in the health facilities. The services are not provided in a respectful manner.
Minister of Gender and Children's Affairs, Dr. Aissata Maoy, said she has been working closely with financial institutions to provide support and promote financial inclusion for women. She called on girls to reclaim their authority and make their voices heard.
Let us not focus on the numbers. The numbers are there, yes, but what do we do? Are we actually working as women? Do we not rely on our men to help us? Or are we just there to say because we want to pull up the number? We as women need to step up.
Participants expressed enthusiasm for the knowledge gained and pledged to take the lessons back to their communities to inspire change. The She Empowerment League says the retreat is part of its broader mission to build resilient women leaders who can shape power, raise their voices, and lead transformational change in Sierra Leone and beyond. For SLBC, Estanine Kamara reporting.
You are reading news from the SLBC. Still reading news. Pedestrians and motorists have raised concern about the sudden breakdown of the traffic lights at the Lumley roundabout close to the police station. The public is concerned that the disruption could pose threats to drivers and increase risks to pedestrians. Our intern reporter Sasol Moyumba was at Lumley and compiled this report.
Lumley is one of the few centers in the city with heavy traffic. However, the installation of the traffic lights has helped to minimize traffic and provide easy access for pedestrians to cross the streets. Transport operators spoke to SLBC on how the situation has been since the lights stopped working.
Very, very nice for we and for the people as well with the move.
It was very good for riders and pedestrians when the traffic lights were in operation. It reduced accidents and provides smooth crossing. But now that the lights are off, it's risky not only for road users, but for us riders and drivers, especially when coming from Wilberforce to Lumley.
We the drivers, they will live there at risk, and the people they move, they live there at risk.
I will love the traffic lights to be on again. It helps to prevent accidents and people to cross easily.
A few weeks ago, the flow of traffic here at Lumley was subjected to the orderly operation of the traffic lights. However, what we are seeing now is contrary to what was happening a few weeks ago here at Lumley.
This does not only affect transport operators, but also business people who trade at Lumley on a daily basis. Therefore, they are calling on the relevant authorities to address this issue sooner.
When the traffic lights made me better,
when the lights were on, we could cross easily. But now it's difficult. The cars hardly stop for us to cross. I am pleading with government to fix the lights soon.
I beg Papa government, they are make forward the traffic lights back.
Well, yesterday I left here by then 6 o'clock. Accidents were happening.
Yesterday, around 6 p.m., an accident almost occurred here because the lights are not here to regulate the flow. The other day also, a car hit a keke. The situation is bad, so we need a quick fix to this problem.
Need traffic lights at the place. That's in a way much car they come, then go they look for the traffic.
These lights do not only provide order in traffic flow, but also a safe space for drivers, riders and pedestrians. Sir Solomon Yomba, SLBC News, Freetown.
You are watching News Live on the SLBC. It's now time for us to take segments and go in for our business news.
Welcome to the business updates. My name is Aminata Fofana. Corporation for Africa and Overseas has officially opened a new state-of-the-art automotive facility in Freetown, marking a major step in Sierra Leone's journey towards modern mobility. The launch also revives a business presence in the capital that dates back to the late 1980s before the country's civil war. Let's now join Mohamed Lamin Touré for the details.
I don't know the exact reason why CFAO left in the 80s. It was much before the war. I'm very pleased to come back because CFAO is not nothing. CFAO is a huge Pan-African group.
At the launch event, Managing Director and CEO of CFAO Mobility Sierra Leone Limited, Geoffrey Marcellus, reaffirmed the company's long-term commitment to Africa through its guiding vision, Africa for Africa. The move is expected to create jobs, enhance technical skills, and raise vehicle servicing standards nationwide. For many attendees, CFAO returns is not just a business milestone, but also a sign of Sierra Leone progress and resilience. The change aligns the local operation with its parent company, the CFAO group owned by Toyota, making it the only authorized Toyota dealer in the country. CFAO operates in more than 24 countries with a network of 254 dealerships and business ventures in sectors including healthcare, supermarket, green energy, and mobility. As the sole Toyota dealer in Sierra Leone, CFAO is also introducing a Toyota training school to train local technicians in advanced vehicle repair techniques. This initiative will help transition the country from outdated maintenance practice to globally recognized standards. During a conducted tour for journalists, the new facility features were showcased, including a fully operational workshop equipped with modern vehicle lifts, advanced computer diagnostic system for accurate fault detection, and a professional, well-organized service environment designed for both customer service and training excellence.
We want to deliver the seamless experience wherever you are purchasing a brand new car from us or only service your car here. We understand that customer expectations are evolving, and so we have to. The facility that you will see is one of the best made in the straight in the heart, as it should be everywhere in the world. So we are very close to the South African standard, or the European standard, or the American standard and technology. So we want to improve that.
This investment positions CFAO as both a service provider and a skill developer, contributing to the long-term growth and modernization of the country's automotive sector. SLBC, Mohamed Lamin Touré reporting.
That is the business update from the SLBC. Thanks for watching.
Many thanks to Anata Fofana and business team for the updates. Up next on News Hour is our entertainment news. Apologies for that video. Hope to bring you that in subsequent edition of News Hour. Well, from the business, in the absence of entertainment and sports, we'll bring News Hour to a close. Before that, your headlines again. The world's largest civilian hospital ship, the Global Mercy, is back in Sierra Leone. For the third consecutive year since 2023, the ship has brought hope and healing through thousands of life-changing surgeries, free of cost to some of the country's most vulnerable people. World Hunger IFI and Action Against Hunger have together with health, food and water related ministries in Sierra Leone launched the Life and Nutrition Sensitive Climate Change Adaptation and Mitigation Program. And the first Director General of the Sierra Leone National Shipping Agency, Mustafa Mark Lisa, has said the transformation of the former shipping company into an agency will create groundbreaking international trade opportunities for Sierra Leone. And that's all we can share in this edition of News. Many thanks for watching and good night.